Welcome back for a new top 10 list involving magic. This time we are checking out another vintage era, or as I call retro. With that said, this is for you Popper fans to check out. We are checking out today top 10 favorite, at least in my perspective, top 10 favorite commons in the original Zendikar set from 2009. First up, coming in at number 10, Bloodseeker. An all-time classic vampire. Costs 2 to bring out. It's a 1/1 vampire shaman. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under an opponent's control, you may have that player lose 1 life. Keep in mind, when it comes to favorite cards, both art and ability is really where that brings the stuff out of my favorites. Next up, coming at number 9, Reckless Scholar. Human Wizard. Costs 3 to bring out. It's a 2/1. If you tap, target player draws a card, then discards a card. Which is and of course, target player, which means you could even target yourself. So that is a nice little ability. Plus, doesn't state you have to discard randomly, so you can choose whatever you want to get rid of to get a new card. That could be quite useful in a tight spot. Coming in next at number 8. One of my favorite artifacts from this set, and that is Explorer's Scope. Costs 1 to bring out. Whenever equipped creature attacks, look at the top card of your library. If it's a land card, you may put it onto the battlefield tapped. Costs 1 to also equip. So yeah, this is a nice little ability. It can prove quite useful in circumstances. I would say arguably this would be a great card for something like an elf deck. Coming in next at number 7. One of the best eras, in my opinion, for vampires. Next we have, cost 1 to bring out, a 1/1 Vampire Rogue as long as an opponent has 10 or less life. This card gets +2/+1 and has Intimidate. Of course, Intimidate, it can't be blocked except by artifact creatures and or creatures that share the color with it. So yeah, this is quite useful in vampire decks, that's for sure. And keep in mind all these are commons, so these are great use for Popper. Coming in at 6. Sunspring Expedition. Enchantment costs 1 to bring out. Landfall ability. Whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, you may put a quest counter on Sunspring. Remove 3 quest counters from Sunspring and sacrifice it. You gain 8 life. So yeah, this is quite useful, especially for a life gain deck. It's always nice to have a few tricks up your sleeve. Coming in next, up at number 5 is the first of 2 ties. The first of the two tied for number 5 is Goblin Bushwhacker. 1 to bring out. It's a 1/1 plus has a kicker for 1 mana. When Goblin Bushwhacker enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, creature you control gets +1/+0 and gains haste until end of turn. So that's quite nice. So say you do it, for instance, kick it 3 times, then until end of turn it's a 4/1. Quite nice. Quite useful for a Pauper Goblin deck. And tied with it, one of my favorite core creatures, Core Skyfisher. Costs 2 to bring out. It's a 2/3. Plus has flying. Whenever Core Skyfisher enters the battlefield, return a permanent you control to its owner's hand. So quite a nice little useful ability to mess with people. Coming in at number 4. Savage. Well, I'll put it this way. This is definitely a very good enchantment. Costs 3 to bring out. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and has, if you pay to, regenerate this creature. So that's one of the good things about this card. The fact it gains 2 attack and 2 defense, plus also for the cost of 2 mana, you can also regenerate. This is a very good card to have in a green deck. Coming in next at number 3. Another one of my favorite core creatures. Costs 4 to bring it. It's a 2/2. Whenever this core creature enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a Plains card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. So that is a nice ability to have, the fact that it'll allow you just to go straight into your deck and pull out a Plains card. Very useful. Coming in at number 2 is the last tie. First of the 2 cards tied for number 2. This is one of my all-time favorite instants from original Zendikar. Costs 1 to use, prevents the next 3 damage that would be dealt to target creature or player this turn. This is very useful in tight spot, and if you have 4 of these in your standard deck, like, this is very, very useful in Pauper or whatever. The fact that it only costs 1 is a good way to help prevent damage, save your creature or yourself. But tied with it, another one of my favorite core creatures. Costs 3 to bring out, 2/3, plus has kicker, which costs 1. Whenever this creature enters the battlefield, it was kicked, destroy target artifact or enchantment. So, say you kick it 3 times, then that means you get to destroy 3 combination artifacts and enchantments. Yeah, you could decimate someone with that little kicker. Especially if the person really heavily relies on artifacts and stuff. This will destroy him. And the fact the kicker only costs 1 is crazy. Coming in at number 1. Core Hookmaster. Costs 3 to bring out, 2/2. When Core Hookmaster enters the battlefield, tap target creature an opponent controls. That creature does not untap during its controller's next unstep phase. So very, very nice. And you can make yourself very annoying with that little ability. Like I've said before, I love the old core creatures in general. Core creatures remain one of my favorites in all of Magic. But with that said, I'll see y'all next time, and stay safe out there. By the way, music in the background is Organization 13 from Kingdom Hearts. See y'all again soon enough.